Wonderwall has got an amazing... I was like, it's so groovy and tricky. I was like, honestly, it took me hours to nail that when he said, mate, I had to get the stems.
Our friend Alex James is here.
Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Literally a regular member of the Chris Moyles Show team.
You're welcome anytime.
One more interview and you get your own pass for the building.
That was one of the possible contender for the greatest ever day in the office when you came on the massive decade. So that was just brilliant.
Well, likewise for us as well.
we couldn't thank you enough. You were so generous to let us do the radio show from your home. And then...
Oh, there it is.
With Britpop Classical in there as well.
It's shown on the video screen now. It's looking amazing.
He's a big man, isn't he?
Jamie, yeah.
What a voice.
And the whole thing was just lovely. And then we had to... We hung out around for a little bit. Then we had to leg it because we're on tour. But I could have stayed there. And I'm going to be honest with you, for a few days.
Absolutely. Book us in for a week next time. That'd be lovely.
Can we just come and stay?
100%.
Love that. Love that. Well... This is lovely. You sat in that chair, I don't know, a year or so ago.
Yeah.
And you said, I can't remember if you said it on the air or off the air, but you went, I've got this idea where I'm thinking about putting together like an orchestra to play like Britpop stuff, so like a Britpop orchestra type thing. Do you think people would like that? And I went, I think it's a brilliant idea. And you're like, yeah, I'm looking into it. And now... tickets are on sale to see Britpop Classical live.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it was a gamble, really. It all started with Festival 2024. You know, organising festivals, my day job now, and you need to book your headliners by Christmas. The most difficult thing about organising a festival is booking your headliners. Yeah. That's why people come, and there's so many festivals and not many bands, so everyone starts getting really nervous if you haven't got everything nailed down by certainly the headliners nailed down by Christmas. And it was like just the middle of December, and there's like 12 people on a Zoom call because the headliner we thought we had dropped out. I can't even remember who it was. Right. And the booker's like, I've got it. Don't worry, I've got it. Ministry of Sound Classical. It's 90 minutes of hits. And like nothing's 90 minutes of hits, but I kind of trust him, so we booked it, and I went down to watch it on the Saturday night, and it was the best show we've ever had. Yeah. You know, there's kind of levels of audience engagement at festivals. There's kind of people watching and nodding, and then there's a kind of jumping up and down. Yeah. But then there's the kind of arms aloft, head back, crying their eyes out. It's like every bit was just completely electrified the place, and best headliner we've ever had. So I approached the production team behind it. I was like, surely we could make this work with kind of Britpop bangers. Yeah. And
here you are.
Yeah.
Booked.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it was kind of why I didn't know if it was going to work, or it kind of consumed me all summer long. But I mean, it really, really landed, and just like seeing your guys' reaction when we did it on the radio, it was just brilliant.
It was lovely.
It was magical that morning. It really was.
I thought it would sound good. And then you were kind of like, you're having a little kind of sound check jam at like early doors, just like you and a couple of other people, and that was fun to watch. And then they came in, and they didn't have much time to do a little sound check because we're doing the radio show in the same room.
Yes.
And then when it started, it was like, this is just something else.
There's something about live music that just connects really, really viscerally. Yeah. And it's just a lot of those songs. You know, looking back now, it seems like a kind of golden classic era in music. I had to take my daughters somewhere on Friday, and I caught the top 40 countdown. Right. And there's kind of like multiple artists got multiple spots in it. Like it seems like this kind of. It's a smaller and smaller handful of kind of massive brands. Like Taylor Swift had got half the, and Lily Allen got the whole top 10 between them. But going back in the 90s, there was just like so many bands, so many different things happening, and they were all bands as well.
Well, that's the thing. So that somebody worked it out. Bands who have had number ones. So it's something like, don't quote me, but in the 60s, like 1,000 bands had,
Oh, really?
And then in the 70s, it was like, 400 bands. And then in the 80s, it was like 350 bands. And in the 90s, it was like 150 bands. And then in the noughties, it's like 25 bands. And then now it's down to like 4. There were 4 bands had number 1 songs in the last 10 years because there are no bands anymore. Yeah. And there are obviously the different genres with rock and indie. There are bands, but this is specifically going to number 1, and there are less and less bands. So when you look back at the Britpop era, it was 99.9% bands.
Yeah.
And of all different styles, of all different like collections. Like you had like Elastica, and then you had Shed 7, and then you had Oasis, you had Blur, and you can even throw like Dodgy in there and other stuff. And it's just like, and there's just so many and great songs.
So many
really
great songs. And I mean, it seems like yesterday when I think about it, but it is actually as far back in the past as they go in Back to the Future.
No,
it's the
wow.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It actually is.
It was Richard Osman who said that.
It was
a band was number 1 for 141 weeks in the first half of the 90s compared to just 3 for the first this decade.
Because there's no bands. Wow. It's a lot of artists and collaborations and stuff. So, all right, so you have the idea, this is great. Then where do you find the musicians and the singers? Where do you go?
Well, I was just plugging into the Ministry of Sound classical team, and called up a few old mates, got some special guests in, worked closely with an orchestrator. But I mean, it's just a lot of those songs do feature string sections, brass sections, and so they really benefit from kind of beefing up with a symphony orchestra.
So when you go live, when you do these live shows, because I remember we talked about the Royal Albert Hall when we did the show from your place, and you were like, the plan is to do more. That's the plan. And then lo and behold, tickets are all out now, and you're playing all over the place. How big is this now? How many people are we talking for the Royal Albert Hall? Because we could only fit a certain amount of people into the barn.
It's a symphony orchestra, It's like I think there's tubular. I walked into the rehearsals and there's like tubular bells and a harp and
harps are huge as well. They take up a lot of space.
It's going to be amazing for us and a financial disaster for you this tour.
Well, I think I'm really, really excited about it. I mean, Albert Hall is almost sold out.
Wow.
So, 11th of March that is, and then we're it's a bunch of symphony halls and concert halls nationwide. I mean, it's going to be, my heart overflows. I just can't wait to take it out on tour.
It's that lovely thing as well, because I thought it would sound good. And then when it happened, I'm like, holy cow, this is brilliant. And again, everybody plays their part. Everybody's very, very good at what they do. So you've got the singers who are incredible. Your drummers on fire. This little string section we had was beautiful. So everyone's great. And you're going to get every night that feel for the crowd when you first start. It's going to be like, everyone's going to be like, oh, this is great.
I can't wait for people to see it. I really can't. I'm so excited for people to watch what we saw that morning, because it was magical. It really
and even
was.
You were good.
Alex, you were excellent.
Well, it's the one thing I've actually ever managed to do reasonably proficiently is play the bass in a rock band. But no, I mean, familiarity is so key when you're performing music, and after we sort of looked at it, we kind of tried to get a set list together, and we managed to get it down with great difficulty to about 4.5 hours of hits.
Wow.
But there's such rich pickings, but by the time we've sort of broken it down into suites, so you get like the fit starts off with kind of a heritage thing with a nod to where all the influences came from, bit of Beatles, bit of Kinks, bit bit of Bowie, bit of T-Rex, and then goes into a kind of high energy thing, boom, and then by the time we get to the sing-along one at the end, like at the festival, certainly, like everybody was just like singing every word. It sort of becomes sort of 60% audience, 40% band by the end.
Yeah.
If we've nailed it.
Yeah.
And as you said, you've got some guests going to be coming along. So you've got Saffron from Republica.
Yeah,
great. Who's still got an amazing voice. It's a really powerful voice. Gary from Reef.
Yeah.
Good luck. I've had a few nights out with him. Oh my God, I hope he's calmed down a little bit.
He can really sing.
Phil Daniels might be making an appearance.
Yeah, well, we just when he walked, because you get like one rehearsal because it's so expensive to put the show on. We rehearsed it with the orchestra, and I noticed I was crying when we did "Creep" by Radiohead. I was like, okay, wow, this is really stirring, and that was the sort of first point when I thought, wow, this might work. Yeah. And then the second point on that we rehearsed all the singers on the day at Festival, did a little run through, and when Phil Daniels walked in, like everyone in the orchestra and the band were getting their phones out and filming. So I was like, okay, right, this is we might be in business here. So yeah, there's more special guests to be announced. But the classical music is really. Well, music, they used to call it. You know, it's anything that's stood the test of time. And these songs are somehow seem to mean more now than they did when they were written and released. And you know, my kids kind of love Blur and Oasis and Pulp and Verve, and yeah, they have. Yeah. Do you know, I bumped into Andy Bell a couple of weeks ago. He's a playing bass in Oasis.
I was about to say, not the one from Erasure.
No, he was in Ride, wasn't he? He was the guitar player. He's a brilliant guitar player. I've known him for forever, and he's an awesome dude. And I was saying, I've been doing Britpop Classical, playing Oasis, and Wonderwall has got an amazing. I was like, it's so groovy. And tricky. I was like, honestly, it took me hours to nail that when he said, mate, I had to get the stems. You know, like the original. It was actually like giving some patient study to these songs that are kind of like it's like Christmas carols to you know, they're just into my consciousness so deep. But
well, if you think about it, when you're working, let's say you're in the studio with Blur, okay?
Yeah.
And there'll be some songs that I'm sure came quicker. And longer.
Yeah.
But if you take Beetlebum or Tender or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Right. The work that's gone into those songs. So let's take Tender, right? The work that goes into Tender alone from you guys to make it, and then in the mix, and then to get it right, and to get that finished sound that you all go, that's a great song. That is lovely. There we go. That's it. Right. You're covering that song, for example, but all the work that went into that one song, and then there's another song you got to do, and imagine all the work that went into that song, and then let's say you do Wonderwall, imagine all the work that went into Wonderwall, and all that work then you've got to then try and recreate and accumulate with the orchestra. It's a lot of work, but I think people are going to love it.
They really will.
I really do. Britpopclassical.com is where you get your tickets. Tickets are on sale now, by the way. You've got Royal Albert Hall.
That's about to sell out the Albert Hall.
So get that.
Getting quick.
Have you got tickets for that yet? Did you buy your tickets?
For the Albert Hall.
We need to go and buy them.
Yes, we'll do this, please.
Wednesday, the 11th of March. This is all next March. And then it's going to be Birmingham, Manchester, Brighton, Nottingham, Newcastle, Glasgow, Sheffield. And then you're playing in June, Southampton.
A bunch of festivals. So it's a UK quick trot around the UK in spring, and then some festivals over the summer.
So all the ones in the summer, they're all festivals.
Yeah.
Is Scarborough Open Air Theatre? That's just you guys.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know.
Have you played Scarborough Open Air Theatre before?
No, never.
Everybody has played there.
Really?
Incredible everybody, venue. And I'm talking. Everybody has played there, from Shed 7 to Will Smith. It is unreal. Everyone's played it.
Scarborough Fair is one of my favourite songs. What a tune. It's one of the oldest tunes that there is, I think, that we still remember.
You've got so many, and Latitude Festival. Well, ironically, what isn't on the list of dates is the big festival.
Yeah.
Don't forget that again.
Are you doing Big Festival again as well?
Well, I did say to the booker, "Come on," but I don't know. Could we do it 2 years in a row?
Yes,
I don't know, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just do the set backwards. No one will know.
Absolutely.
No one will know. Well, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great, and I know you've put a lot of work into this, and obviously with an orchestra, there is a lot of work to go on.
It's incredible. They don't need any. It's incredible. It's like it's a bit like putting Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall in a Michelin-starred kitchen, because it's
That's what they do.
Because nothing ever gets written down in pop music. It's all done by ear.
Yeah.
Obviously, orchestras play everything off the sheet.
That's
music.
right.
You just put it in front of them. They just.
Have you got your singers that we saw at the farm?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's amazing.
There's like 6 of them, and they kind of treat it like a chorus. So there's not like a Liam impersonator and a Damon impersonator. It just.
Well, that's the other thing as well. There is none of like. You go and see a band, even if it's a band that you love, and they cover another song, a big famous song, and even if it's a band you adore, you often sit there and go, okay, then you're doing this. All right, let's see how this goes. Weirdly, all of that goes out the window very quickly, and you end up doing the opposite and going, oh, I hope they do that song. All right, I want to hear them do that song, which is that's a lovely thing as well.
I went to see AC/DC summer before last with my son. He's like, "Dad, they're playing." I was like, "Yeah, we got to go," and it was all right. It was all right. And then my daughter wanted to go and see the Michael Jackson musical, which is on Old Common Street, the Pin Sabbath. I was like, okay. And the Michael Jackson dude kind of walks on stage and tips his hat, and you go, looks a bit Michael Jackson. Looks a bit like Michael Jackson. And then, like literally 3 seconds into the first song, it's like your belief is suspended. And it's like you're completely like you're watching Michael Jackson. And I guess you don't need Beethoven to be there to enjoy.
No, but then the other thing as well is when when your guys are playing, it's when your man's singing song 2 or whatever, he's not trying to be Damon, he's just belting out the song, and so it's slightly different. It's not like, he doesn't sound anything like him. You're like, yeah, I love the song. Everyone go and get your tickets. Hopefully we'll be at the Albert Hall on the 11th of March.
Come on.
Go and get tickets, and it's going to be lovely. How is the rest of the farm and the pigs and the birds?
It's getting very muddy in pig world, but we actually bought a pig trailer this week. So
it's imminent. It's imminent,
I remember
everyone.
the days when you're like, I've got the Brits on Thursday, and now you're like, just bought a pig trailer.
No, I'm very happy to see it was a sweet deal. The thing about living on a farm is that the more time you spend there, the harder it is to escape. We were on holiday in Cornwall this summer, and one of the kids said, the tomatoes will be ripe. I wish we were at home.
Oh, wow.
It was so
that's
sweet.
Great, yeah, that's lovely.
So it's actually good. I'm actually very excited about jumping on a tour bus again.
Yeah,
getting out and about a bit. I need to. Yeah.
What a life you lead.
Yeah.
It is incredible. Listen, love to see you.
Cheers, Chris. Cheers.
Love to the family.
Cheers. It's nice to see you.
And as I say, get your tickets. You will get a bunch of mates together and just get all your tickets, and you'll have an amazing night. You really will.
You have to go.
Love it.
You have to go.
Love it. Thank you, Alex.
Cheers, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alex James and his Britpop Classical
Radio X.